subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Can you hear me?
What's up, Strange? I can hear you.
I'll fuck with you. I agree with everything about, but I gotta disagree with you about Drake.
About Drake?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not one of those classy dick riders, but just say Drake isn't FBA is disingenuous.
How so?
His dad is from Memphis,
I know that.
and FBA is a lineage.
Yes.
It's not it's not just a nationality. So just because you have a kid in a different country, that kid is still part of your lineage.
But the thing is, yeah, I'm not Nigerian, and they always tell us that we got Nigerian lineage too. We got Nigerian DNA, but
That's not how that works, though. Drake can't even be deported. His dad is an American citizen, so he's an American citizen.
yeah, but Drake had to do special paperwork in order to become an American citizen. Yeah, none of us FBA had to do. A Canadian was born in Canada, so but yeah, because his dad made it easier for him to come over here. He had to do special paperwork. Understand?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's a lineage. It's not just a nationality. His ancestors are American. He's not a Black Canadian. He has no ancestry in Canada. It's America. So my point is this. I can have a kid in Canada. That doesn't break off our lineage. To me, if you say that your FBA can be broken off, it's not FBA then. If you see what I'm saying. Like, I just think he is an FBA. He's just cooning.
No, that's tied with lineage and soil and land and all of that. All of that ties in. He was raised in a different, born and raised culture.
So I agree with that. He was in Canada, but his lineage, his ancestors are American.
Yeah,
he's FBA, just like Andrew Tate. Right. Andrew Tate is a British, but he's an FBA.
Yeah, but Andrew Tate, wasn't he born here?
He was, but then he did move to Canada. He moved to the UK. His mom is British, and he's a himself, but he's still.
Now, Andrew Tate is FBA, even though he's a Sambo. Even though he's a Sambo.
I agree.
And even though his brother can kind of pass for white, they technically are FBA, even though I don't like it. But Drake wasn't even born here. So that makes it real different. You know, if you're born in a foreign land, raised in a different culture, you're not of group like that. Just like, again, people always use that African-American stuff on us. We can't go to Africa and be honored as Africans in none of the countries unless we fill out some special paperwork. You see? Right?
I agree with that part, but I'll just say a lineage.
Right. Yeah. Some of our DNA goes to Africa and all of that shit. But yeah, we can't get no damn citizenship if we don't fill out the right paperwork. We got to have the right paperwork. So yeah, that's different. There's not a cultural continuity with Drake. He had a different culture. He was born and raised in a different culture. There was what of an ethnogenesis partially. So he's just not of this. He had to come in and learn it and all of that, but he learned it outside. Huh?
Yeah, because I agree. I think he's cooning, and he's obviously, I don't know what his issue is. Like I said, I think FBA is just much more than where you're born and where you grow up. I think it is a lineage of our ancestors, our DNA. It's not just Africa. It's like FBA is a person who has ancestors born here and fought through the Civil War and slavery. Drake has that. He's just, and he won't claim it. But I do think it's bigger than just him. Like I said, I think FBA is bigger than where you were born and raised. I think it's through you. So like I said, I don't know what his issue is, but I just got to disagree, Tariq. Like I said, I think he's FBA.
Now, what's your lineage?
I'm FBA. I'm from Indiana, Indianapolis, Muncie. Like, I'm not a tether. I'm 100% FBA. Greenwood, Mississippi. Lexington, Mississippi. Like I said, I'm FBA. So.
And how old are you now?
I'm 25.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, man, the land and all that stuff has to be tied into it. It's very important. See, he was not born and raised on American soil. You see, it's about birthright, culture, geographic experience. Drake was born and raised in Toronto, All right. So culturally was culturally, socially shaped by the legacy of slavery, segregation, African struggle. He grew up in Canada with a white mother. You understand? So yeah,
Yeah, I do.
that disqualifies from FBI right alone. With no respect, disrespect to Drake. No disrespect to Drake whatsoever. That man, he had a bar mitzvah. You understand? So yeah, it's culturally different. It's a culturally different experience. But anyway, what are you doing over there? All that noise over there. You over there training pit bulls? What are you doing over there?
Nah, that's my up, Mike, man. I'm sorry. And I have one more point to make.
Go ahead.
My bad. It's about like the immigrants and shit. Like I don't know if you've been seeing, but like all these Democrats, they've been going to jail for these immigrants.
Yeah,
They going to visit the ICE detention center, saying, "Oh, this is Auschwitz." But when it's black folks, we in jail. We don't have water, running water. We can't do shit. They'll never come visit us. I'm just telling people, do not with Democrats. Democrats have shown y'all they want to legalize all these immigrants. They don't fight for y'all. Like they're letting people fight ICE. Like that's how Hispanics like they get to fight ICE. They're throwing shit at ICE. When have we ever been able to fight the police like that, Tariq?
yeah.
Without being shot, gunned down, hosed?
Mm. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's why the Democrats are crashing and burning right now, man. Because yeah, they're very passionate about these other groups, but when we say, "Hey, man, we got to get them tangibles for us," boy, they get to hemming and hawing and twiddling their thumbs and all of that stuff. So yes, it's very very interesting. But again, with Drake, and I like Drake stuff. Don't get me wrong, I like Drake stuff, but Drake is not. Drake's cultural upbringing was predominantly non-FBA. Drake was raised by a white Jewish Canadian mother in a Canadian environment. He didn't grow up in an FBA household or community or land. All right. That's very important. Yeah, his exposure to foundational Black American culture came secondhand. It's not no lived experience. I mean, you vacationing with your aunt or some shit. Now, that's a little different. That's just you vacationing. You know what I'm saying? Like I give an example from me. Like I was born in Detroit, but I'm culturally, I really wasn't in Detroit long enough to be considered a Detroitite or however you call them. Because culturally, I wasn't there long enough. I was there till I was like 5. So people always say, well, you're from Detroit. Yeah, I was born there, but culturally, I really didn't get all the aesthetics of Detroit. I can't really claim it like that. I can't. You know, my cousins can because they stayed there. But then I moved to Alabama. They sent me down to Alabama when I was a kid. And then when I was a teen, I came to LA. So culturally, I'm more LA than anything because I've been out here most of my life. So I've gotten all the aesthetics and the cultural sensibilities of Los Angeles. But Detroit, I can't really say I'm a Detroitite like that, even though I was born there, even though I would go back during the summers. I would um, leave Alabama and go up there, stay with my lovely Aunt Doris and my cousins, Terrell and Damien, and we'd have a good time up there. We stomp the yard up there in Detroit. I would go there in the summer, but still, culture. I didn't go to school up there, none of that stuff. So that makes a difference. Like if I go to Detroit now, I don't even know my way around like that. You know, I know certain areas because it's been so long. And when I went, my aunt used to live on the east side, not too far from Belle Island. So I'm a little familiar with that area. And my dad is still there. My sisters are up there. So I'm a little familiar with certain areas, but it's so damn different now. I don't even recognize the shit. You know, I get lost when I go up there. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't claim that. It's the same thing with Drake. Drake can't claim this culture. Drake didn't live as an FBA. You did in Canada. You feel what I'm saying? You didn't experience the stuff that we experience here. So yeah, it's real different. That's very important. Yeah, Drake didn't participate in the political or social struggles of foundational Black Americans. Yeah. Even though his father is FBA, Drake himself did not inherit the cultural conditioning and the historical trauma or lived reality of being a descendant of freedmen. You see, that's FBA identity. That's a national and cultural designation, not just genetics. See, as somebody born outside of that context, you don't really, yeah, you didn't grow up eating what we ate. You didn't grow up eating um, soul food and gumbo and salmon croquettes. You didn't grow up in band culture like we did here. You understand that that's a thing culturally about being a foundational Black American. You have to be, be around the culture. Yeah, you weren't a part of that. You weren't a part of the roasting culture that we grew up with. Yeah, you just weren't a part of that.
Tariq, I don't want to be rude and interrupt you. May I speak, please?
Go ahead.
I, I find it very logical what you say. If you were born in Detroit, we say Detroit in French because it's a French-founded city, by the
Yeah,
way. If you were born in Detroit and you left the city as a small child, of course you do not have the culture of that city. You have the culture of the city you grew up, and when you went at school, when you had your friends, when you became a man, an adult. So it sounds very logical. DNA is not very important in culture. Culture is very environmental. It's not genetical.
that's right. Absolutely correct. Yes.
So I wanted to ask you two things, Tariq. So if you find my questions rude, keep in mind that I am from France. In France, we are a little bit strange. I know, so do not get offended. Do you have a wife? Are you married?
Yes, I am. I have a beautiful wife. She's upstairs now.
She is so lucky because I love your face. Oh my God, you look so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Hmm.
You're welcome. I think she's the most lucky lady in the world.
Hmm.
You look so beautiful. By the way, why do Black American look so beautiful? I don't know why you have a special face. You do not look like the blacks from other countries. They're also nice, but Black Americans have a very specific face. I don't know why. I don't know how to explain it.
No,
Maybe
no,
you have some
no,
white DNA and it's a mixture, so it makes you look so special. But
no,
it's
no.
very
Slow down, sweetie. Now, there's some good-looking Black people from Africa. There's some good-looking Africans. There are some good-looking Caribbeans. So we got to be very, we can't do that. There's some very good-looking people, especially over there. The Black people in France. I've been all over France. You got lovely Black people over
in West Africa. Actually, people from Senegal, you look a little bit like West Africa, I noticed. People in Senegal, in Mali, they look very beautiful. And it seems like maybe you have ancestry from these areas. I don't know.
there.
So the second question, then I will let other people speak because I don't want to monopolize the microphone. How did you do to have so many followers? 400,000 followers. Can you give me the secret to have so much success? I also want so many followers.
Yeah, you know what? Because I don't really look at my followers on Twitter. I just kind of look up and like, oh damn, 200,000. Oh damn, 300,000. So I just
You have 400,000. It's a huge. I never saw people with only politicians or maybe people who are on TV. So it's not their success, it's the TV that makes it.
hmm yeah, it's just, what it is with me. I just be myself. And I think people appreciate it. I think people they appreciate my honesty. I'm pretty honest about a lot of stuff. I just spit from the hip. And yeah, I got a lot of people just seem to like to tune in. That's a few thousand people in here now. So yeah, I don't, I'd be forgetting that I do have a lot of people on Twitter, almost 400,000 on Twitter. On my YouTube channel, I should have way more people though. I have a couple of 100,000 on YouTube, and it should be in the damn millions because YouTube, they actually take some of my followers away. They'll unfollow people automatically. I don't know why they do that. Well, you know, but I should have millions of followers on or subscribers on YouTube. But it is what it is. They know how to boost certain folks Sometimes the message gets a little too real, and that's what it is. So that's what it is. All right. But yeah, like I was saying about culture, there has to be cultural continuity. You have to have cultural continuity. You understand? And that's very, very important, especially being a foundational Black American. And people trying to FBAize Drake, I don't know what that's about. I think people have been trying to do that a lot. They try to backdoor Drake into some FBA lineage so that they can kind of run in there on their own. I think that's a play for some other people because we used to have Tethers call up trying to argue with us about Drake being FBA, and I think that's them trying to Trojan horse themselves in there. So if we say, yeah, Drake is FBA, which culturally he's not, but if that's accepted, then everybody else can backdoor themselves into it. No, it don't work like that. There's a lot of people trying to crowbar and backdoor themselves into the lineage now. And people are using a lot of trick words, this whole stuff we keep hearing about first generation Black American. And I've even seen some tethers talking about their foundational African Americans, which that don't make no sense. And again, the term African American, that's a buried term. That term is done. That term is done. Yeah, we've buried that term. That term is just not it. Y'all seen that politician that is he Somali or something? He's out there in Minnesota. He looks like the dude from Captain Dan Phillips, and he's running for mayor out there. He's scaring people. He has that big old Tweety Bird head and eyes bucking, and he's running for mayor. And I think he's going to run as an African American. So yeah, anybody can claim African American, just like that other dude, that Zorhan or whatever, the Muslim guy who was on the ballot for mayor in New York, who ain't got one drop of FBA blood in him, or really African blood in him. He's East Indian who just happened to be born in Uganda, and his ass is running around here talking about he's an African American on college applications. You see what I'm saying? So that type of weird ass stuff, nah, we got to shut that down. Yeah, we got to shut all that nonsense down. And using the term foundational, that is the perfect gatekeeping term, ladies and gentlemen. That is the perfect gatekeeping term. Delineation is a must. And it's not divisive. We got to stop letting people try to shame us with that. Let's get Tyrone in the building. Let's get Tyrone. Mr. Tyrone, hop up in here. Mr. Tyrone. I'm good, brother. How are you, sir?
Hey man, I'm straight. Cool like an AC, calm like a pond with no ripples, man.
Yes, sir. What's on your mind?
You was talking about the Nicki Minaj thing earlier, and I definitely wanted to touch base on that because I grew up in South Jamaica, Queens before. I had moved out to Atlanta.
Yes.
When she came about, her energy and wearing the weaves, that changed the whole environment. Like women that was in Queens, they never wore weaves and shit like that, like bangs and all that. They might have a little piece, but when she came out, that like she changed the whole atmosphere, and it was like crazy. They started to act a little different too, like they picked up on her personality traits too. So yeah, the music is very important, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one go ahead. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, she influenced a lot of women in the game. I give her that. Yeah.
Yep. And I got one more. I got one more question. Hey, did you ever meet this brother Daniel with the yellow shirt? You ever met him before?
Yeah. Daniel's in our movie. He's in Hidden Color 6.
Oh, all right. Bet. All right.
Now,
Nah, cause I think he a little jealous of me. I don't know. He got a little issue with me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't appreciate it.
No. Dan is solid. No. Dan is a solid brother. Why do you think he's jealous of you? Dan is solid.
Because I hopped on one of these spaces and he was just talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to speak to the average guy. You feel me? And he just came out of nowhere, just started talking crazy. Like, I'm not with none of that. You feel what I'm saying? Including not with people of my own lineage neither. You feel me?
Now, why was he talking crazy to you?
Cause I don't even know why. I went in there to speak to Average to tell Average about my experience because I shared a little book or something like that, and that was it. But he was on some egotistical shit. You feel what I'm saying? And then tried to convince other people that I'm lying about something. You feel me?
Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Cats be in these spaces beefing and all that, but Dan is a solid brother.
All right,
Real
well then chill out. Don't come for me because I will come for you. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Lord. Lord. You know, we're not doing these Twitter space beefs. I'm gonna go get that sassy Drake fan up here on y'all ass. So y'all don't want to do that now. I'm gonna go get the sassy niggas. I'm gonna get the Drake hive on y'all niggas. All right, Giovanni. What's up, Giovanni? Mr. Giovanni, what's happening? If you can
Hello.
What's up, G?
What's up, man?
Giovanni.
We talked before.
We have?
I think you were a little disrespectful.
Really? How long
You.
ago was this we talked?
Oh, this is like I think like 4 months ago.
Well,
Huh?
what was the discussion about?
We were talking about Puerto Ricans and FBAs.
Okay. And you're Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now what did we say? Refresh my memory. I talked to a lot of people.
Basically, I told you I was FBA. My great grandmother was FBA, and you didn't believe me.
Okay. Your great great
Yeah.
grandma.
She was FBA. She moved to Puerto Rico, and that's how she met my grandfather, my
Oh,
great grandfather.
oh, okay. Your grandmother moved to Puerto Rico and
It was a long time ago. A lot of FBAs moved to Puerto Rico.
okay, yeah, and they had an ethnogenesis. So yeah, and then they became Puerto Rican. See how that works?
But
They
they
have
still have FBA blood, don't they?
they have
But
FBA blood. They
huh?
had an ethno. So they
What does that
culture
mean? What does that mean?
that
Ethnogenesis? Huh?
got absorbed into. That means you got absorbed into another group
That
during the
doesn't matter though.
formation.
That doesn't matter.
Uh,
Like
yeah.
Zoran Mamdani, he was born in Uganda. Um, he still is an Indian, right? You just say he's an Indian, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So how is that? How is that not? What? How am I not FBA?
No, because see, both of his parents are Indian. You see,
Yeah.
Both,
Am I?
all your people are
Huh?
Puerto Rican. See, there's a difference.
No. I'm
No,
I'm
no,
I'm 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 FBA too.
no, you're not. You're not FBA, sir. You're
My
Puerto Rican.
great grandmother was FBA from
She became,
Arkansas.
she became a Puerto Rican. Yeah, she just ain't no FBA from Arkansas just gonna move to some goddamn Puerto Rico. Oh, um,
Dude, you see it all over the Caribbean, Jamaica, Puerto Rico. There's a lot of FBA women with Spanish men out there.
not really. Where? No, no, it's not. The
You
hell,
go to Dominican, you go to Dominican Republic, you
dude?
go to
I
Puerto Rico. Are you
ain't
serious?
listen to me. That's cap. Foundational Black American women don't downgrade their comfort zones. You ain't about to go
What do you mean downgrade?
downgrade. You ain't about to go to a third world country and you living good over here for some.
First and foremost, Puerto Rico is not a third grade country. It's not a country. First of all, it's a territory, and don't
Dude,
be,
dude,
huh?
stop it. Ain't no FBA women about to move to no damn favela somewhere in a semi third world country, sir. FBA women don't do that. I don't believe that. That's why I don't believe what you're saying. Yeah, I believe you are a lying tether, to be honest. I don't believe no grandma moved to no damn Puerto Rico. That would be a downgrade. Because y'all don't even want to be over there. Y'all doing everything y'all can to get the hell up out of there, sir. Right? And no disrespect to Puerto Rico. I'm just spitting facts. Y'all don't want to be over there. Right?
That's not true though. You're just lying right now.
Hey, wait, no, you in New York somewhere, aren't you?
No, dude, we talked about this shit. I
I
was in
remember.
I live in LA like you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got way far away from Puerto Rico. Yeah, you ain't nowhere near no Puerto Rico. Y'all get the hell up out of there. The crime rate is exorbitant. The poverty is high. It ain't popping.
Not like in
It was
Chicago though, so don't even start with that shit.
Chicago. Chicago is a paradise compared to Chicago is beautiful. If you don't stop, what's wrong
Don't
with Chicago? Chicago is beautiful. You ain't got rampant poverty in no Chicago. What you talking about?
Dude, everyone lives in the projects. What are you
Man,
talking
see,
about?
no
Huh?
fan-
Huh?
that's your fantasy. Ain't no everybody living no projects in no damn Chicago.
How about O Block? O
Oh,
Block.
but okay. What about Ho Block? Y'all hoeing in Puerto Rico to get y'all asses up out of there. We got O Block, you got Ho Block, and you trying to get the hell off of Ho Block.
And you got Figueroa Street.
Right. And your auntie is on that doing something strange for a little piece of change. But you ain't FBA. That's the bottom line. You are
Dude, all right, can I just like
so
finish what I'm trying to say?
play out
So you don't believe that my great grandmother was a FBA woman?
no, yeah, fajitas, beans, and avocado. That's what FBA stands for with her. Fajitas, beans, and avocado. I believe she was a Puerto Rican.
Why do you believe she's
I
Puerto Rican though? I
don't
have
believe
pictures. I have pictures of her.
no you no you don't. You probably got pictures of Celia Cruz or some damn body, but not no FBA woman moving to no damn Puerto Rico. I,
Dude, these black women love these Spanish men. Don't even start with that shit.
if they want a Spanish man, they can go down to Home Depot and get one of these dudes. They ain't about to go to no whole third world country and get no damn Spanish dude. What the hell you talking about? FBA women ain't
Dude, are you serious? In LA, all these black women, especially in high school and middle school, they're all with Hispanic men. Are you serious?
that's bullshit.
In
And
high school? Oh
hell,
my goodness.
a handful of hood rats do that. The hell, they got all these brothers out here, all these hustlers. That's who the women are with. And your women are even with the brothers.
That's
Come
not
on, huh?
what you say?
Your women are even with the brothers. You know the sisters are with the brothers. Your women are out here at the getting at the brothers. Your Hispanic women are out here with these brothers, aren't they?
They're numbered, but not like FBA women
Oh,
though.
oh no, even y'all women be up on these brothers heavy out here in LA, don't they?
Dude, you're just a lying.
I'm lying. These you saying them Hispanic women ain't all up on the brothers in LA?
That's not true.
Oh, okay. Now I don't believe nothing you gotta say. Everything you said is
No,
null.
don't get me wrong. There are Latino women with black dudes like
Okay,
here's
thank
what
you.
the Kobe Bryant's wife.
Out of here and go sprinkle some Goya powder on something. You ain't gonna just sit here lying like that. You ain't gonna sit here lying like that. Those Hispanic women stay up on brothers up out here in LA. Yeah, you ain't gonna just sit here lying all willy nilly now. The hell out of here. FBA women in LA ain't going to no damn Puerto Rico. The hell are you talking about? That's why I don't believe nothing you gotta say. If you lie about one thing, you lie about everything else. See, that's how I treat them. Watch these people. That's a new thing, family. Folks claiming to be FBA. Watch these people. That's a new lie. It's nothing. I want y'all to understand, family. It's nothing for these people to lie. Oh yeah, I'm FBA. My mom, my great grandmama lived in Memphis. You know, they say something. They found a little southern city somewhere, and then try to claim that they got a great grandparent from some southern city. A lot of that shit is cap, man. Because you have niggas out here trying to ride the wave. I've seen that a lot. They sit up and try to claim FBA, and then you start doing some research on them, and then you see that they're really Caribbean. And that's another thing. They'll try to say, yeah, I descended from slaves too. But yeah, slaves in the Caribbean, or slaves in damn Panama, or slaves in Mexico. Remember, Latin America, these were slave colonies. Latin America was slave colonies, all of them. So yeah, watch them when they say that, because you got a lot of Hispanics who will say that, yeah, I'm a descendant of slaves, which is technically true, but a slave in Colombia. Professor Alon in the building.
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? What's going on, family? I put some scholarship in the Jumbotron so y'all can, use it as you wish to talk about riding the wave that you just said. So why do these immigrants want to ride our wave? We're going to go to Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop, page 125 of Civilization or Barbarism. He says, quote, in the course of history, when two groups of human beings have argued over vital economic space, stop right there. That's America. This is
Yeah.
vital economic space, right?
Mhm.
Diop says the slightest ethnic difference can be magnified, temporarily serving as a pretext for social and political cleavage. Difference in physical appearance, language, religions, morals, and customs. Diop finally says, in the course of history, conquerors often misuse these arguments to enforce their domination on ethnic basis, excuse me. Man's exploitation of man then assumes ethnic modality, social class, and an economic sense for indefinite period of time that fits the outlines of the ethnic group of the conquered race. These people, what Diop is saying is this: when other groups come and try to be with us, they are really here over vital economic space. This is like a hostile attempt to take us over and co-opt our culture.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to say is a French lady that came up here said something very interesting. She said that we look like we were from Mali, and that hit a note with me because every time I go to West Africa, particularly Ghana, people think they don't know where I'm from. They say, "Are you from Mali?" I hear that a lot. You from Mali? I'm like, no, never been there. And that makes me wonder about the transatlantic slave trade. Even though most of us were here already, like my mom's side of the family, those of us who do have lineage from the continent, if you think about the guy in Atlanta that popped positive for being related to Ramesses III,
Yeah.
it makes me wonder about when Alexander the Great took over Egypt. According to Dr. Chancellor Williams, a lot of those Egyptians or Kemites went west. And I wonder, is that like a connection to our lineage? It's interesting.
That is interesting, bro. Yes,
That's
sir.
all I have.
Brother. Professor Allen in the building. Much respect to that good brother. Big Rich, what's up, Big Rich? Mr. Big Rich. Big Rich ain't here. Let's get Nomad. Nomad.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Hey, Nomad.
I'm gonna try to keep this brief, but my name is Brazon Brown. I'm an independent inventor and theorist from St. Louis. And I just made history, and I wanted to announce that. So what I did was I built a working system called PTLX. It's the first diagnostic engine that measures how emotional pain warps your timeline. So it's not a theory, it's math that I prove that time is fractal. So I scientifically and mathematically proved it. I do have the proof online right now. So it's going viral on TikTok as well. I just posted it. I was actually trying to reach you for about a week to I guess let you see the work first, so you can kind of announce it. But since I took care of everything legally, I
Sound
published it,
like
so it's online now.
crowdfunding. The way you do you have a
Yeah, I
crowd?
got the crowdfunding started today as well.
There we go. There we Okay.
Yeah,
What's the name of the device?
it's called the PTLX machine. So what it is, it's the principal temporal lenses. It's basically just showing you how time distorts. So basically, we already knew that time was subjective. Now it's showing that it's empirically fractal. Like our time distorts fractally from trauma, all types of things. So yeah, and
I think okay. Because I don't know what the brother's talking about. And the brother only got I just saw his page. He only got 7 followers. Okay. So that's strange. Okay. So I gotta look more into you, brother, to see what's going on with that. And that looks a little weird. Because the way he's talking, I'm like, okay, this sounds like he about to ask for some money or something. Listen, or I got something that'll stop time. Listen, I got a great invention. I cooked this up. I have a machine that can take you back in time. Okay, it'll take you back. It can only go back 2 years. Okay, I need a little extra money so I can go back at least 4 years. It can only do 2 years now because of the gigabytes on the machine. So you go back 2 years, you can change anything you want in the past, okay? And then you can come back into the future. So what I want to do, I want to go back in the past. I want to see some lottery numbers, and I'm gonna bet on the Super Bowl because I already know who's gonna win. And I'm gonna bet $100 million, and we're gonna have a stake. Everybody's gonna get a little piece of that, and then I'm gonna come back to the future and just chip everybody off. Okay, so y'all got to get involved in this. This is gonna be real heavy. Okay, okay, brother. All right. Okay, brother. Okay. Okay. Let me see. We got a lot of folks in here. Shout out to everybody in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody in here. Let's get some of those hands up and see who's who. I want to get some new faces in here. I do want to get some new faces up in the building. Cousin Jerry, I see you down there. Let's get black or nothing. Black or nothing. Okay, black or nothing ain't saying nothing. Wait, where you at, black or nothing? You in here? All right. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, black or nothing. Then we're gonna get you out of here. All right, everybody raise those hands. You know what I saw on Netflix? You know that Tyler Perry got that new movie, Madeire's Wedding Destination Vacation or whatever. And me and my lady was sitting here watching it. We were cracking the hell up off that shit. That shit was funny as hell to us. I know a lot of people be kind of hating on Tyler. That shit was funny to us, man. You know, it was some of that, goofy. It was, a little goofy lowbrow comedy. Some of that shit is funny. It was funny. I'm sorry. That shit was funny. Me and my lady was sitting here cracking the hell up off that shit. You know, some of the stuff, some of Tyler's stuff I like. Some I can get with, some I can't get with. Some of that shit is funny. Some of that was funny. We enjoyed it. Yeah, everything ain't got to be highbrow shit. That shit was funny as hell. Let me see. Raise those hands. Should we get Bushmeat Barrister in here? Should we get the Mustinator, Bushmeat Barrister? Let's hear some of Bushmeat's bad faith arguments. He usually comes in with a bad faith argument. And by the way, Bushmeat Barrister is a tether. He's Nigerian. He fled over here. He was living in, I think, Wyoming and all these places. And I think he's in Chicago somewhere now. But what's up, Bushmeat? Bushmeat Barrister? Oh, how you gonna leave and I'll let your ashy ass up and then you're gonna leave? Okay. Okay, I tried to let Bushmeat up and then he bounced. All right. All right, let me get some more people in here. Let's get the General '04. The General '04. Right? General. All right, while waiting on General, let's get She.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, General?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? Yeah, been listening to you for a while. Like to say, I appreciate everything you do. Wonderful show, even the podcast. And I was wondering, did you you know about the African Alliance? You know, they trying to claim us as they six sovereign area, and they putting us on for reparations, as if they not the ones who sold us over here, like they partners. So just want to wake that up.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I kind of heard about that. I'm researching it because I've been hearing about that. So I'm really trying to see where they're coming from, and I'm gonna have to do a whole broadcast on that. I probably touch on that whole thing by tomorrow. She D, Miss Shishi.
Hi, Tariq.
Hey, Shishi.
I have a question. I'd like to say first and foremost that I love your broadcasts. I try to listen to them as much as I can.
Yeah.
I try to catch the lives as much as I can. But my question is, I wanted to know if, in regards to the Majora prayer, have you ever thought about making a plaque, like how they sell the Lord's Prayer? Have you ever thought about coming up with the Majora prayer and making a plaque for it?
I have, and I'm going to do that. I'm absolutely going to do it because you're about the fifth person to ask me about that. So yes, I'm absolutely going to do that because people have been asking, and we need to have that in our homes. So yeah, we need to have that on the ready, and I would like that. Just have it in the house, just like we used to have the biblical prayers up in the crib back in the day. Grandma used to have the prayers in the hands and all that stuff. We need to have the Majora prayer in the house because when I want to clear the room and just give good energy in the room, I'll do the prayer and the energy is good. So yeah, that will definitely happen. I will keep people posted on that. Bushmeat, let's try Bushmeat again. Bushmeat Barrister, are you in here?
Yeah, Tariq, I have a question. Do you consider Kyrie Irving FBA?
Yes, because both of his parents are FBA, and he was born, I want to say in Australia, but both of his parents are FBA. I think his parents was his dad playing sports or something like that?
Yeah, his dad was a basketball player,
Right.
and he was actually raised in Australia, though. He spent a lot of time in his childhood in Australia.
Yeah.
So how is his background different
But
from Drake?
very,
Why is Drake not FBA?
he was, no,
But
Tyree was raised in a foundational Black American household with two FBA parents, and he
his mother died when he was 4 years old.
died.
So he wasn't raised by two FBA parents, though. He was primarily raised in Australia. So I don't think he was, really raised in an FBA household.
He he
He was raised in Australia.
he wasn't
So
prim-
what's the difference between him and Drake?
he wasn't primarily raised in Australia. He was raised there for a short period of time, but he wasn't primarily raised in Australia. What's going on here with my thing? Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, he wasn't primarily raised in Australia. He moved back when he was very, very young, right?
Yeah,
Come on now. Well, Bushmeat, where you at? Bushmeat, unmute your mic.
he spent some time in New Jersey, but I mean, towards his latter years and his teenage years. But he has dual citizenship. He was raised in Australia. So what's the difference between him and Drake? Why is Drake not considered FBA, but Kyrie Irving is considered FBA?
Not
I don't
raised,
get it.
Kyrie was not raised in Australia. Why do you keep telling that lie?
He was. He was born there.
He
He
wasn't.
was raised. He has dual citizenship.
He wasn't raised in no damn Australia.
Oh my God.
He was in Australia for 2. He moved back to the U.S. when he was 2. You lying tether. Lying tether ever, man.
Okay.
Get
But I want
get out of here, dude.
no. Wait up. I actually have a question.
Here. Kyrie Irving was 2 years old when he moved back to the U.S. This is what I'm saying. Well, these tethers be lying their damn asses off. Good freaking grief. Oh, Lord. Bushmeat barrister, boy. Boy, these tethers. Anyway, Lord. All right, let me wrap this thing up with these guys. Nikki, the guy, hit me in the DM real quick, Nikki. I got to ask you about something. Hit me in the DM, Nikki, the guy. But everybody go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com, hiddenhistorymuseum.com, ladies and gentlemen, hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum and get the book Hidden Heroes from A to Z. I think in that book, we have a little piece in there about Kyrie Irving. We have him. We feature him in the book. We talk about him in the Hidden Heroes from A to Z book. And go to rootworkstyle.com. Get that Rootwork deodorant at rootworkstyle.com, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm up out of here. Puppy Akute, Lalavuve to the family. Peace.
Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who changed the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let's discover our hidden heroes together.